You brought it up, so let's talk about Alien Earth. We're only 5 episodes in, so a little bit more than the halfway point, and I just watched episode 5 before we started recording. Holy shit, man. That was great. Wow.
It was so good. Like, oh man. The show, first of all, the acting is incredible. The direction is incredible. The script, and not only is it a good alien, they're great alien movies in the sense that there's all of the core horror creep out effect of Alien, but they're also just good sci-fi movies. There's good sci-fi on top of that. Alien, you know, it's interesting sci-fi. There's some statements about like corporate, the corporate world in the background of like aliens and Alien and stuff. But for the most part, it's just a regular horror movie where the characters are getting killed off one by one, 10 Little Indians style. It introduces all sorts of just really interesting things, like what it is to be, like what is consciousness and what it is to be human and things like that. Like if you downloaded your body into an android, is it still you, considering that you don't have the biological reactions to stuff? Like you don't feel anxiety and panic and all the things that like go along with a physical body. You can't get angry, you know, things like that. Like, it's really, you know, did the person die and this is just a robot with your memories? And, you know, like all of that, all those sci-fi elements are there, not to mention just like the even deeper dive into corporate rule. The fact that like we see our own world shifting from nation states to corporations, and what happens when you take that to the logical extreme and you're in this universe that has no more nations but only corporations. It's just incredible stuff. And I'm hook, line, and sinker. They got me in this.
Here's my one worry about Alien, and I want to talk about episode 5 specifically, because it's essentially a mini Alien movie. But if you think about it, because I watched Alien Romulus last year and I thought it was really good. But Alien Romulus is just them redoing Alien. And so was this episode. And it's clearly it's a formula that works.
Right, but so different though. So it's so different when... So I do have some criticism of the movie Aliens, where like, oh really? At the movie Aliens has the same story beats as Alien, right? Like, you know, you go up against the big baddie, you escape, blowing everything up, and then you realize that the alien's stowed away, and now you have to have a final battle with the alien, and you suck it out in an airlock. Like, it's the same fucking thing. They do it in Alien Resurrection again. It's the same fucking story every time. Like, yeah, it's the same story in that they're on a ship and the aliens are loose killing everything, but it's so different. It's so different. There's like the saboteur and the captain and her love affair with the previous captain and her being paralyzed by fear, and the protagonist being evil, kind of, who's working for the corporations secretly and having his own agenda. And then all of the different aliens, like, who are kind of pitted against each other. Like, they're not on each other's sides, but like, you know, but they're all loose,
the
you know,
one.
So much was going on, and it was a completely different story than Alien, you know?
No, don't get me wrong. It was amazing, but it was still them redoing the first Alien movie again with some extra intrigue thrown in there. And what they did add was awesome. The investigation, the new characters, the corporate sabotage, all that. It was great, but what I'm worried about is that the franchise won't ever try to do anything too new again and stray from the usual formula. I know some people are going to say, well, if it's broke, don't fix it. And sure, that's a very fair argument. But also, one of the reasons I really liked Prometheus is that they did do something different. As stupid as that movie can be sometimes, it was new, and that was refreshing. And don't even get me started on Covenant. That was just butchered in the writing room, in the editing room.
it was trying to it was new, and it was trying to make a thematic point about, you know, creators and meeting our creations and what it means, and relating it to God and things like that. He was trying. I'm not saying it was you know, any sort of Shakespeare, but like, yeah, I appreciate it for what it was. Prometheus.
Yeah, it was different. They were trying something different, and I think that it's a damn shame they didn't do a third film with David, but whatever. No, I like what Alien Earth is doing. I really, really do. Even the stuff with the kids and Boy Cavalier and Neverland, you know, all that stuff. I love what they're doing there. And this episode as well. I really liked what happened here, even though they just gave us Alien again with a little bit, you know, things different.
Yeah, but there's so many things that were so brilliant about it. Like, there's the character that you're convinced is an android, and then it turns out he's not an android. Like, you know, like, there's so many, like, fun things. You're like, oh, I was totally convinced that was an insane android. Nope, that was a person.
Were you talking about Tang?
You know? Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck is that? That was so random, but
he was just a creep. But at the same time, he was also smarter than everybody. Like, he'd already figured out, like, who the saboteur was. And it's like, why didn't you tell people, you fucking weirdo? Like, he knew who the saboteur was from the beginning. He's just like, oh God, like, God, what's wrong with you, dude?
I was talking to Amber about this because she really likes, like, monster stuff, and she was telling me, yeah, before you watch this next episode, don't eat anything while you watch it. I'm like, huh? Yeah. Why? And Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There's also now this discussion about, like, how evil the Oculus monster is.
Oh yeah.
You're like, yeah, and it's like, you know, has it really done anything that cruel to people yet? Like, you know, there's some discussion of it tapping on the glass in the episode, and whether or not it was warning, or was it trying to warn her, or was it trying to distract her? And it's a little ambiguous. We can't know. But also, like, the Oculus monster, he had the chance to kill the captain, and then he didn't. He, like, knocked her out. And I was like, what was he doing? Was he trying to lay some egg in her or something? Or what was he up to? But, you know, it makes you reinterpret the scene where she wants to get on the escape pod, and Kumi doesn't let her on.
I gotta say, I do appreciate the hell out of them filling out the world a bit more and giving us other creatures that are just as terrifying, if not more so, than the xenomorph.
Right.
Bravo for them on that, because everything on that ship is nightmare-inducing.
Oh gosh, I think I fear the blood ticks more than I do the alien. I think than the xenomorphs. I think I fear the blood ticks more than the xenomorphs.
You know, if you to the audience, if you didn't get the idea that shows have now become almost as cinematic as movies, you will with Alien Earth. This felt like a movie. This looked like a movie.
Absolutely.
It was just so well done. And again, I cannot stress enough how much I love that they're adding to the lore of the series. Yes, keep doing this. More of this.
I love how they're also, like, they're not afraid to play with the toys in their toy box. Like, I love how they're, like, expanding the universe. You know, they're not scared to be like, this is what Weyland-Yutani is, and this is the world, and there's 4 other corporations, and this is. I love that. I love that they're expanding the world. You know, I sometimes feel like I felt like my problem with Alien Covenant is it didn't advance the story at all.
Nope.
Like, we learned like Prometheus was like, actually, motherfucking engineers, bitches. And you're like, black goo. It's a completely different world. You thought you knew Alien? No. Boom. And then Alien Covenant comes, and you're like, well, you didn't really do anything different.
It was just Alien again, but on a planet with a killer robot who's like trying to play God.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like some movies are scared to expand the story and expand the world, and some are just like, no, well, they haven't established this, so I'm not going to put it in the movie. You know,
real quick on the topic of Alien Covenant. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of it was chopped up in the editing room. Have you ever seen the Riddick film where he's on the planet for like 20 minutes of the movie alone. It's just him chilling, trying to survive. Apparently, the first cut of Alien Covenant was Shaw, Elizabeth Shaw, the woman, and David's head. Them alone for a long time on that ship, and her going crazy, being so lonely, and then making the difficult decision over time as David tries to convince her to build him a new body, to which she does because she's so lonely. However, David plays the long game over time, getting her to let her guard down, and then convincing her to get into a cryopod as they approach the engineer homeworld. And when they get there, he opens the cryopod, and she sees him, and he says to her, right before he snaps her neck, he says, "I miss seeing you sad." And in that moment, she gets so scared because, oh no, he was always crazy, and boom, snaps her neck. And oh man, that would have been great, but it's all deleted scenes and stuff left on the cutting room floor.
Like made for the internet, like promo clips and shit like that. Yeah. I know. The fact that we're still sitting here being like, who the fuck are the engineers? Are they still fucking around? Like what's going on with them? Why did they make black goo? Like, we still don't know this answer and never really will. But like, whatever.
Didn't they make that to punish us or something? Wasn't that like a deleted scene?
Something that they were angry about Jesus.
Yeah. I know Ridley Scott wants to make another Gladiator film, but I really think he should make at least one more. Just wrap it up. Wrap up the David shit, just 1/3 film. That's it.
All right. I mean, he's only 135 years old.
Ridley Scott. Poor Ridley Scott. But no, Alien Earth, for the last couple of years, Preston, we've been eating very well when it comes to sci-fi shows. Holy fuck.
There's some great... This is a real sci-fi
Renaissance
show.
Oh, yeah.
It is not just a horror. It's not just horror in space. It is a legitimate sci-fi show, and it has very interesting social commentary on things, and there's real exploration of like what is consciousness and what is humanity, and juxtaposed against this horrible world of corporations that they live in. And I love that, like, it's also like a zombie movie in the sense that, like, the zombies aren't the threat. Zombies are going to do what they're going to do. Okay? And if the people work together, they can defeat the zombies easily.
No.
But the people can't work together, right? It's the same shit with this, like, with the aliens. The aliens, I mean, the xenomorph is just going to xenomorph. He's not doing anything malicious. He's not evil. He's a fucking wild animal. It's like, give the fucking xenomorph a break. If the humans are the villains, and they always have been, the xenomorph is just going to xenomorph, man.
I don't know if you remember the whole thing with Alien Resurrection, where at the very end of the film, they are going to Earth. And I think there was a deleted scene or a cut scene, whatever it is, where the film originally ends with her, with Ripley and Will's mom.
I know what you're saying. Like in the theatrical release, it's a happy ending. They land on Earth and they're like, we made it to Earth. And I think there's a deleted scene where like they land on Earth and like Earth is destroyed.
Right. So I'm hoping this will follow the comics, where in the comics a xenomorph infestation happens on Earth and it spreads rapidly to the point where Earth and billions upon billions of people are killed, and there is a mass exodus from Earth to get away from the xenomorph like insanity. So I'm wondering if this is the precursor to Alien Resurrection's deleted ending, where Earth is just destroyed because of this incident here. Because I love the character of Kirsch. Before episode 5, Kirsch was my favorite. Murrow is now my favorite. I love him.
Oh yeah, Timothy Olyphant, man.
Dude, he's so good in everything he does.
It's fucking rocking.
God, and him as the clearly jaded robot. he's up to something, and I wonder if he's gonna let loose.
Because forever I thought Oliphant would always played himself, like the likable, roguish, like, you know, a little more, you know, like almost a Han Solo character. Like I'm joking around, the justified Timothy Olyphant, and now I realize, like, wow, he can fucking play other things. He's good.
I didn't care for him much in Mandalorian. I love him here. He's so good here as Kirsch, the possibly psychotic robot, possibly the racist robot, who hates humans.
Yeah. Ooh. And Boy Cavalier is just like such a villain. He's such a like reminiscent villain of what we know today.
As the tech bro,
stuff like that.
The arrogant tech bro.
As the arrogant tech bro, yeah. And then Lady Crane. Lady Crane's in this.
Lady Crane, really? Which one is she? Is she the Weyland Yutani CEO?
No, the doctor. The one of the few purely good characters. Her and her husband seem to be one of the few purely good characters.
Oh, she Lady Crane from Game of Thrones, the one that Arya saves from the assassination. Mm-hmm. She's the scientist lady. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that was her.
She's the scientist lady, yeah.
Of course, since we're going on actors who are in this, Nemec is in this from Andor, the guy who wrote the manifesto in season 1 Andor. He's the brother.
Yes. He has the eternally haggard look on his face. But yes. But man, I do love all the contemporary characters, but man, episode 5 made me love everyone from the crew of the previous ship, and they all, it's too bad that they're dead, you know? Like I fell in love with each one of them like so quickly. Like I liked them all, and then they all died. It's like, so
if there's one thing they still know how to do, they still know how to make like an alien, at least an alien movie, and that was episode 5, an alien mini movie.